Now, the National Agency for Food and Drugs Administration and Control says it has attained the coveted maturity regulatory level 3 on the World Health Organization Global Benchmarking Program. This makes it the third country on the African continent to be on this level. Director General of the agency, Mojisola Adeyeye, made a disclosure to journalists in Abuja. Kemi Balogun has details.
The World Health Organization benchmarking program is a method deployed by the global body to assess the maturity level of national regulatory authorities. For Nigeria's Drug Control and Regulatory Agency, it has come a long way to get to this point on the global map.
In June 2019, WHO came to NAFDAC physically to start the benchmarking process, and out of the 868 recommendations, we were able to make over 600, and we had 147 left. They told us that we have attained maturity level 3. That was 25th of February, but that this should not be announced until we see the letter.
All recommendations got cleared by October 2021, making Nigeria the third country on the African continent to achieve this feat. With this, the country's capacity of vaccine manufacturing has now been heightened.
Whatever we do in Nigeria today is accepted globally because of this achievement that we've been able to announce today. The government of Nigeria has supported us in terms of investing in strengthening our regulatory capacity.
Without maturity level 3, we will not be able to manufacture vaccine. That is the first immediate benefit. Now we can manufacture our own vaccine because NAFDAC is stronger. And we are building the vaccine lab now in Oshodi. By the middle of the year or early third quarter, that lab will be ready.
The WHO Global Benchmarking Tool maturity levels of the global medicines regulatory authorities range from 1 to 4, with the best level being 4. The regulation will be reviewed every 3 years by WHO, and NAFDAC would want to attain a level 4 within the next couple of years. Kemi Balogun, TVC News, Abuja.
On to other stories, involvement in political activities can no longer be left for a few, but for every citizen with the interest of the country at heart. This was the message from Conference of the Pentecostal Fellowship of Nigeria's Directorate of Politics and Governance in the South region. Ikenamichi reports.
According to a 2011 report, over 80 million Nigerians are Christians. This number can influence who the leaders of the country will be during elections, which is driving this new reawakening for Christians to participate in politics at all levels. At this inaugural conference of the Directorate of Politics and Governance of the Pentecostal Fellowship of Nigeria in the South, church leaders are stirring the interest of Christians to go beyond prayers and take part in political activities.
The church must not just be at the voting center on the voting day. The church must be at the grassroots to midwife and join hands in whom we appoint as delegates, that we appoint who to be voted for. Let the church hold the Bible in one hand and hold their voter's card on the other hand. By you,
Governor Ifeanyi Okowa, who is installed here as the grand patron of the group, and the former military governor of Rivers State, Alfred Diete Spieth, conferred as the grand patron emeritus, charged Christian leaders to be united to enable them make meaningful impacts.
For I do know that the Church of Christ is going in this direction. It's not trying to divide our nation, but to unite us and to put the right communications in our hearts, in our homes, in our communities, about the need to be active participants in the politics and political administration of our nation, Nigeria.
we are the salt and light of the earth. We can and should
engaging politics as part of the solution. In a time when our nation seems increasingly divided, there may never have been a greater need for the unity of the Christian faith produces than now.
Over 1,000 members of different churches from all the 25 local government areas were inaugurated as church officers in politics to further mobilize, sensitize, and educate their followers to be involved in politics from the grassroots. Ikenna Amechi, TVC News, Agbaru, Delta State.
And back here in Lagos, the countdown to the 7 days of eviction notice served on traders at the Apongbon section of the Eko Bridge is gradually winding down, but the traders are still appealing to the state government to come up with an alternative spot for them. And Sarah Yeku reports, and after this report, David Alabi will return with business news.
Less than 24 hours to the expiration of a 7-day ultimatum, traders have shelved days of protest to remove their goods and property around and under the Apongbon section of Eko Bridge. The fire incident, which erupted at about 2 a.m. last Wednesday, reduced a once busy market to ashes. Traders looking lost, some are standing around the debris, uncertain of what the future holds. It's a race against time. In the midst of the chaos, one of them tell me, They are coming tomorrow. We don't have much time. If they meet us here, they will take everything. On Monday, during the government inspection of the damage on the Eko Bridge, traders drawn from 6 market associations had tried appealing to the government to rescind the ultimatum, but that didn't seem to work. Stationed under the bridge is an army vehicle and personnel on hand to enforce the directive.
We are ready to obey them. There's nothing we can do. Nobody is more than the government. We have no power. We just have to obey them and remove all the containers. And that's what you can see we are doing now. There's no space on the Lagos Island that they can provide for all those people here. But we just have to obey them. The laws comes first before any other thing. So we just have to obey them. There's nothing we can do. So we are still appealing. If they can still reconsider us. That's why we are doing all this. It's not as if we are saying we don't agree. We don't agree, we don't accept. But we are appealing to them to please consider us.
The Eko Bridge has since been shut, with motorists along the 3rd Mainland Bridge and adjoining bridges having to spend longer hours in traffic. The 7-day ultimatum was given to all traders and illegal occupants under the bridges in Lagos and other parts of Nigeria. But it remains to be seen whether, while Apongbon Ibutero is cleared, will the government go ahead to enforce this order in other affected areas. Sarah Yeku, TVC News, Lagos.